We can see your picture and we can hear you. So you are welcome
Great.
to add something to previous presentation or whatever you would like. I'm giving you a virtual floor, please.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I am very grateful for the opportunity to speak with you today, all of you. And if you can't hear me at any time, just let me know. I'll speak louder or slower. My position at Walden University is coordinator for research of the doctoral programs in the EDD, that's the Doctor of Education program. As John said, I did listen to all of John's presentation, so I heard everything that he said, and I agree with most of it. And it's been a very interesting time watching online education, particularly in the United States, move from more of a peripheral or more of a minor force to a very, very major force. There's not a major university in the United States that does not have an online program. The program where I serve as administrator we have 15,000 students in the College of Education, making us, I think, according to the magazine U.S. News World Reports, we're the largest college of education in the nation, in the United States. My program has probably about 4,400 students. About 2,400 of these are actively writing their research projects now. They're working on their dissertations. So I supervise about 400 faculty members. About 150 of those are research methodologists, and our job is to ensure the research quality of the doctoral dissertations. So we have people who train with Walden to serve as chairs and second committee members on the student's dissertation committee for their doctor's degree. And we also have another level of quality control. These are university reviewers. And the university research reviewers will read every proposal and final document to make sure that the students and the chairs and the committees have met the qualifications for high quality for Walden's rubric, Walden's standards. And then I'm one of the administrators who helps to supervise those university reviewers. So we spend a lot of time every day reading research, making sure that the students' research meets our standards, and making sure that our faculty members are meeting the standards of the university. Probably the most important item that I would bring to the floor today that John has not mentioned is the need for a high-touch environment in this high-tech industry. And I'm going to say that again. There's a huge need for a high-touch environment in our high-tech industry. And what I mean by that is it's very easy to communicate by emails, and it's very easy to get data about a faculty member's performance or a student's, the number of months they've been in the program. But equally important, or really a lot more important, is to be willing to reach out and talk to people on the telephone, to see people face to face, and to communicate as human beings and with compassion and understanding. All of our students are adults. The average age of our students are 44 years old. And a lot of our students are over 60. A lot of our students are under 30, but almost all of our students are working adults with families of their own and many challenges. And it takes a lot of effort to communicate in a real, in a way that will help them feel that they're appreciated, and in a way that will help them feel that they're being successful, and without compromising the high quality that we want to have with our university. So we try to create face-to-face situations, even though we're an online university. I know that you were entering into a questions phase just now, and I am very willing to answer any questions about Walden University in particular, or the online doctoral programs in general. So what questions might you have for me?
Thank you, Steve. It's very interesting. Actually, as we are finishing our session, I do not see many questions online on our website. However, I have a question, and the question is, okay, you were talking about high-touch environment like interpersonal communicating, meeting face-to-face, and so on. And you also mentioned that your students are adult people. And what do you think? When young people who are currently maybe younger than 20 will become older and probably will come for adult education to your university, will they need the same high-touch environment? Because currently young people really tend to communicate via electronic channels. And for example, my students used to have friends whom they never saw in reality in different countries. And for example, if Ukrainian student has a friend in Australia or in South America, it's really tricky to meet face to face. And for young people, it is normal practice to have friends, to have good friends, to have close friends, but just only via virtual channels. So don't you think that the habit of communication will change maybe in 10 or 20 years significantly? What do you think about it?
Well, I think that the mode of communication has already changed, but the content of the communication will never change. And what I mean by that is, if in any mode of communication, a student or an adult feels insulted, or if in any mode of communication a student or adult feels treated unfairly, or that a rash decision or a quick decision was made without hearing their side of the story. In any of those modes of communication, the result will remain the same, whether we're using Skype or whether we're carving initials on stone tablets. Regardless of the modality, the content will always have the same effect. But we have to remember that the stakes are different. I have adult children, and my adult children have friends in Europe. We live in the north central part of the United States, in the state of Minnesota. My children have friends in Europe and Australia as well. And my wife has a lot of friends in China that she communicates with daily. But the fact of the matter is, we're in an industry where students are paying large tuition in order to receive a doctor's degree. And sometimes their work is turned down. A faculty member will say, no, that's not good enough. You need to rewrite that, revise it. And oftentimes the revisions will be multiple, like 3, 4, 5 revisions. What's even more difficult is when a faculty member will submit work which is substandard to the university, and then we, the university, or I, one of the supervisors, has to go back to the faculty member and talk about the methodology and say, this is not acceptable, this does not meet our standards of quality. Those are not conversations that you can have very easily on an email. They need to be, they're not face-to-face, obviously, because some of our faculty live on different continents, but they should be either a Skype phone call or a telephone call, or somewhere where they could hear and interact with the tone of our voice. So yeah, your point is very well taken. I agree that our students are more comfortable in the digital medium, but I think we need to continue to work really hard with our faculty and our students to maintain real strong positive communication. Positive being the important word there.
Yes, you are right, because when students have access to information technologies, you may find surprisingly several emails in Saturday evening with some urgent questions, so you have to break your Saturday evening and just to answer emails. And,
right. That's right. That is one of the remarkable things about teaching online is how very time consuming it is compared to teaching face to face. By the way, I forgot to mention this. I have a student who just finished her doctorate, and she did a very interesting bit of research on what she called neo-millennials, that is just the millennial-aged students, people who are currently under the age of 30 who use digital communication a lot. And the fascinating thing that she found, and she had a huge sample size. She found a database with thousands of, I think her sample size was over 5,000 students. And she found a very significant trend that students who were younger, that is the millennials, students who are younger and used to being online, interacted with their faculty far more frequently than older students. So the actual interaction with faculty is much, much higher with our younger students who are used to dealing with online. So a little bit of data there.
Oh, okay. Thank you for very interesting report and discussion. And I would like to repeat again that for your presentation and presentation of Dr. Johnson, we have a special page at our website with your slides, and all questions to both of you will be directed to that page. So if you will have some time later on, you can visit the page with your presentation and see if you have any questions from our audience, because most of our audience are distributed and participating or watching the video online, and maybe they decide to wait until we finish our conference day, our show, and then review the slides and maybe listen again the recording of audio and generate some questions. We encourage our users to remain their comments and to ask questions, and we kindly ask our presenters to have a little time to visit the website and maybe to answer questions if there are any. Thank you very much for your presentation.
My pleasure. Thank you.
See you.